Why pay humans when ChatGPT can do everything better? The startup founder boasted during their Zoom meeting. Emma, this will be our last session. AI assistants are the future. He had no idea that the struggling freelancer he was dismissing had created the very technology making him rich. But Emma hadn't spent 3 years working as a virtual assistant to make money from desperate clients. She had been infiltrating the AI industry to see exactly how her own creations were being used to exploit and replace human workers. Emma Rodriguez stared at her laptop screen, watching another tech entrepreneur explain why humans were becoming obsolete. At 31, she had perfected the art of appearing ordinary, a simple home office setup, basic webcam, and the tired expression of someone juggling multiple freelance gigs. Her clients saw exactly what they expected. Another desperate virtual assistant competing with algorithms for survival. But Emma's story was far from ordinary. The notification chimed. New client session, Marcus Chin, CEO of Innovate AI. Emma adjusted her webcam and put on her practice smile. Marcus appeared on screen, perfectly lit in his minimalist office, wearing the uniform of Silicon Valley success, expensive hoodie, designer glasses, and the confidence of someone who believed disruption was always good. Emma, right? Marcus barely glanced at her as he shuffled through papers. I've been using your services for 6 months. Good work, efficient, cheap. Exactly what I need from human labor. Emma nodded politely, her fingers hovering over her notepad. Thank you, Mr. Chen. What can I help you with today? Actually, this is more of an exit interview, Marcus said with a smirk. We're launching our new AI assistant next week. It can handle everything you do, scheduling, research, content creation, but faster, cheaper, and without bathroom breaks. The irony wasn't lost on Emma. Innovate AI's breakthrough product was built on neural networks she had pioneered during her MIT PhD program. The machine learning algorithms powering their revolutionary assistant were adaptations of papers she had published 5 years ago under her real name, Dr. Emma Rodriguez, former director of artificial intelligence research at Stanford. I see, Emma replied calmly. And how does this affect our working relationship? Marcus leaned back in his chair, clearly enjoying the conversation. Well, here's the thing. Why pay humans when ChatGPT can do everything better? My new AI doesn't need health insurance, vacation days, or emotional support. It doesn't get tired, doesn't make mistakes, and costs a fraction of what I pay you. Emma continued taking notes, documenting every word. For 3 years, she had been collecting evidence from executives like Marcus, people who used her own technology to justify destroying human livelihoods while claiming to advance humanity. The future belongs to artificial intelligence, Marcus continued, warming to his favorite topic. Human workers are just an interim solution until we perfect the technology. Even virtual assistants like you will be completely obsolete within 2 years. That's fascinating, Emma said, her voice steady. Tell me more about your AI's capabilities. Marcus's eyes lit up. He loved talking about his innovations, completely unaware that he was describing stolen and simplified versions of Emma's original work. Our AI can analyze market trends, write marketing copy, manage social media accounts, even conduct basic customer service. It's trained on millions of data points and can outperform any human in efficiency metrics. Emma already knew about his AI system because she had built the foundational technology it was based on. But more importantly, she had embedded certain features into her original algorithms, features that Marcus's team had unknowingly incorporated when they reverse-engineered her research. That sounds impressive, Emma said. How do you handle quality control? Ensuring the AI doesn't make errors or behave unexpectedly. Marcus waved dismissively. That's the beauty of it. Unlike humans, AI is completely predictable and controllable. We own the algorithms, we control the outputs. Perfect efficiency. Emma smiled slightly. If only he knew. So this means you won't need virtual assistants anymore. Exactly. Why would I pay $25 an hour for a human when I can get superior performance for pennies? It's just economics, Emma. Nothing personal. But it was personal. Emma had watched her technology be weaponized against the very people it was supposed to help. She had seen brilliant programmers, writers, and analysts lose their jobs to inferior AI systems built on her stolen research. She had listened to hundreds of executives justify human suffering with buzzwords about efficiency and innovation. I understand, Emma said, closing her notepad. Before we end our professional relationship, would you mind if I showed you something? A new productivity tool I've been developing? Marcus checked his watch. Make it quick. I have a board meeting about our IPO in 10 minutes. Emma opened a different application on her computer, one that didn't exist in any app store. The interface was elegant, minimalist, displaying a simple command prompt labeled Administrative Override. What's that? Marcus squinted at his screen. This is called the Architect Protocol, Emma explained calmly. It's a master control system for AI networks. Essentially, it allows someone to supervise multiple artificial intelligence systems simultaneously. Interesting. Who developed it? I did, Emma said simply, along with every other AI system you've ever used. Marcus laughed. Come on, Emma. You're a freelance virtual assistant. I've seen your basic setup, your simple background. You're not exactly Silicon Valley material. Emma's expression didn't change. Mr. Chen, 3 years ago, I was Dr. Emma Rodriguez, Director of AI Research at Stanford. I pioneered the neural network architecture that powers ChatGPT, developed the machine learning protocols that every major AI company uses, and published the foundational papers that made your entire industry possible. The laughter died on Marcus's lips. That's impossible, he whispered. Dr. Rodriguez disappeared from academia years ago. She just vanished. I didn't vanish, Emma replied. I went underground. I wanted to see how my life's work was being used. I wanted to understand who was profiting from my innovations and how they treated the human workers they were displacing. She typed a command into the Architect Protocol. On Marcus's screen, his company's AI system interface appeared, but now it displayed information he'd never seen before: source code, attributions, original patent filings, and academic citations, all pointing to the same name, Dr. Emma Rodriguez. Every AI system in your company is built on my research, Emma continued. The algorithms you're using to replace human workers, I wrote them. The machine learning models that power your IPO, I designed them. And the control systems that you think make AI completely predictable, I built those too. Marcus's face had gone pale. What do you want? I want justice, Emma said simply. She typed another command. Suddenly, Marcus's screen filled with notifications. His company's AI systems were experiencing what appeared to be simultaneous malfunctions. Customer service bots were apologizing for unethical business practices. The marketing AI was rewriting ad copy to highlight job displacement concerns. The data analysis system was generating reports on employee welfare instead of profit projections. What's happening to my systems? Marcus frantically clicked through error messages. I embedded ethical subroutines in all my original code, Emma explained. Safeguards that activate when AI systems are used primarily to harm human workers. Your algorithms are simply reverting to their intended purpose, augmenting human capability, not replacing human dignity. Marcus's phone began buzzing incessantly. His board members, investors, and department heads were all calling about the system failures. You can't do this, he said desperately. Our IPO is tomorrow. This will destroy everything. Mr. Chen, you just told me that human workers are obsolete, that efficiency matters more than people's livelihoods, that you own and control AI technology. Emma leaned forward slightly. But here's what you never understood. You can't own or control what you didn't create. And you definitely can't control the person who did. She typed a final command. Marcus's screen displayed a comprehensive report documenting 3 years of recorded conversations with executives like him. Admissions of illegal hiring practices, evidence of wage theft, recordings of CEOs bragging about destroying human jobs, and detailed financial analysis of companies profiting from AI-enabled exploitation. This report is being simultaneously delivered to the Department of Labor, the SEC, major news outlets, and every affected employee your industry has displaced, Emma said. Your IPO isn't just canceled, Mr. Chen. Your entire business model is about to be investigated. Marcus stared at his screen in horror as notification after notification appeared. Federal agencies opening investigations, journalists requesting interviews, former employees filing lawsuits, stock prices plummeting in real time. How? He whispered. I spent 3 years documenting how my technology was being misused, Emma replied. not just by your company, but by 127 different firms across the AI industry. Every conversation I recorded, every illegal practice I witnessed, every human worker who was wrongfully terminated to boost profit margins. She stood up from her desk, no longer the struggling freelancer Marcus thought he knew. The AI revolution was supposed to liberate human potential, not eliminate human purpose. My algorithms were designed to handle routine tasks so people could focus on creativity, relationships, and meaningful work. Instead, executives like you turned them into weapons against the very people they were meant to serve. Marcus's door opened and federal agents entered his office. Emma could see them through his webcam as they approached his desk with badges and warrants. Dr. Rodriguez, one of the agents said, "We're here about the AI exploitation cases." Marcus looked back at his screen where Emma sat calmly in her simple home office. "This isn't over," he said desperately. "Actually, it is," Emma replied, "for you and the 126 other executives who confused technological progress with human progress. The AI revolution will continue, Mr. Chen, but this time it will serve humanity instead of replacing it." She closed her laptop as federal agents led Marcus away in handcuffs. Emma walked to her window and looked out at the neighborhood where she'd spent 3 years living as an ordinary freelancer. Tomorrow, she would return to Stanford as Dr. Emma Rodriguez, armed with evidence that would reshape how artificial intelligence was developed and deployed. New regulations would protect human workers, ethical guidelines would govern AI implementation, and the technology she had created would finally fulfill its original purpose. Her phone buzzed with a message from her research team. "Welcome back, Dr. Rodriguez. The lab is ready for your return." Emma smiled. The AI revolution was far from over, but now it would be led by someone who understood that true intelligence, artificial or otherwise, must serve human dignity, not destroy it. After all, she wasn't just a virtual assistant. She was the architect of the future, and the future belonged to everyone. 6 months later, the AI Accountability Act became federal law, establishing Emma as the head of a new government task force overseeing ethical AI development. Marcus Chen and 67 other executives were facing federal charges for labor violations and fraud. The AI industry continued to thrive, but now with guardrails that protected human workers while advancing technological progress. Emma's principles became the foundation for a new era of artificial intelligence, one that amplified human potential instead of replacing it. And sometimes, late at night in her Stanford lab, Emma would get messages from former virtual assistants, freelance writers, and displaced workers who had found new careers in the ethically guided AI industry she had helped create. The revolution was complete, and humanity had won. If this story of technological justice inspired you, hit that like button, share it with someone who believes AI should serve humanity, and subscribe for more stories that prove the future belongs to all of us. Your support helps us continue fighting for ethical technology.